Thank you, Mr President. On 11th of November 2020, the Upper House voted in favour of a Standing Order 52 for the production of documents regarding the new intercity fleet. The documents were requested due to critical safety concerns about the South Korean trains, a budget blowout of over $1 billion, and the constant delays despite promises that they would be delivered in 2019. On the 19th of November, the Daily Telegraph stated the following: a damning independent review of the New South Wales Government's new intercity fleet of trains has found the operating model is not safe, highlighting a series of serious safety concerns. The report was completed by Klaus J.E. Clements, a respected and experienced engineer and independent verifier of Australian railway standards with extensive experience conducting due diligence reviews. I have now seen the report. It clearly states that the NIF, the new intercity fleet operating model, is not safe. It also asserts that, and I quote, it does not address good practice in the industry for similar intercity operations with comparable hazards and risk tolerability. The report reiterates that the risks to individuals falling on the tracks is substantial and that it is not practical nor safe to rely on CCTV technology due to its substantial limitations, and that the eyes and ears of guards are needed to see and hear accidents and people calling for help. The report demonstrates that with the current model, there is also no ability to view individual doors and the platform gap where a person may have fallen. It also highlights that the driver cannot safely look out onto the track ahead and monitor the platform, where the majority of incidences that can result in hazards or fatalities occur. The report highlights significant safety concerns about driver distraction with CCTV that have not been adequately addressed. What is clearest from this report is that one of the key ways to rectify the specific safety concerns is for Minister Constance to keep his word and retain traditional guards on the train to protect the public. The following is the recommendation of the report, and I quote, "It is reasonably practical to address the risk or at least somewhat mitigate the apparent hazards of the CCTV approach in the NIF operations using an existing resource that is already trained and proven to be effective in the role of the train guard." The Minister had promised Martin Stewart, the 2018 Blind Australian of the Year, that guards would remain in their role on the new intercity fleet, as Martin lost both his right arm and leg when he was dragged underneath a guardless train in Victoria. Martin has spoken out this week saying that he believed the Minister and is very disappointed with him and pleaded for him to fulfil his promise to keep people with disabilities and all commuters in New South Wales safe. Prior to the report's release, over 90% of transport workers said that they refused to staff these trains due to the safety fears. Warnings given to the Liberal and National Government about safety concerns have either been ignored or dismissed. The RTBU has also previously written to the Premier about the serious hazards and critical safety issues of these South Korean trains. The report presents damning evidence on the major safety problems. I stand with the RTBU and that union's secretary, Alex Classens, in calling on the Premier to ensure that these new trains must not hit service until passenger safety is guaranteed. The Honourable Andrew Constance now has his independent report, which clearly states that the South Korean trains are not safe. The Minister cannot simply ignore the warnings any longer. I expect him to take it seriously and to actually address these concerns. It will be a disaster if the problems with these trains are ignored once again. I will continue to hold both the Minister for Transport and the Premier to account on the new intercity fleet safety issues. The Berejiklian government has a duty of care to protect our commuters, ensuring all safety concerns are rectified. This must be their top priority.